What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well today. Well, we've had our second Battlefield 5 dev talks where DICE sits down and does a little video for us detailing all of the features that they've been working on and the feedback they've been hearing from the community. So it's a really good video. They go over certain things like the attrition and things about the vehicles and why the vehicle gameplay is the way it is, and they kind of show off some little teases here on new vehicles and things of that nature. So if you guys want to go check that out, be sure to check out the video that I'll link in the comments down below. Also, we'll link the article from the Battlefield side of EA.com where they go over the stuff that they've learned from the open beta. But in this video today, I'm not going to go into depth on what they had talked about, but more look into the stuff that they teased in this dev talk video. They teased some stuff on some of the new maps, so one of them being the new Devastation map. And if you guys are like me, you probably had a lot of questions on this Devastation map, which had me really curious. And I think from this little dev talk, they actually gave out a little bit more information than I'd like to shed light for you guys today on this new map. So I think the big thing that had me curious about this new Devastation map was how it was being advertised to us from EA DICE. We were told it was the devastated version of Rotterdam itself, so it was after some battles have taken place in the city and there have been damage that's been dealt where buildings have been destroyed, so there's more rubble on the ground, and because these buildings have been basically moved out of the way, there are now new passageways that you can take. So from my understanding, this new Devastation map was essentially the night and day version of Rotterdam. So we would essentially be playing on the same map, there would be the same capture zone territories, but there would be new passageways that you could take. That was a little bit concerning to me because I essentially felt like that was an underwhelming way to justify a new map in our next Battlefield game, but I was kind of just holding out, hoping that I was not understanding it correctly, and it seems like from the stuff that they've teased in this devs talk video has clarified a lot of things and made me feel a lot better. What you're looking at here is the home spawn menu screen on the new Devastation map. This was teased during that devs talk video, and automatically you can see the striking difference of this map already with the one big feature on C-Flag, which I'm assuming is a massive cathedral. So obviously this was not there on the Rotterdam map, which is automatically telling me that we're not playing on the exact same playing field. So that was really promising to see. However, though, it had me really curious because I felt like, again, we had to have been in the exact same area of Rotterdam because they said Devastation was the devastated version of Rotterdam itself. So after pulling up the home spawn screen menu for the Rotterdam map, I was trying to see exactly where we're at, and I'm not sure if many of you picked it up already, but if you look on the very corner of the Rotterdam home spawn menu screen, you can see a massive building to the bottom left. And actually, if you angle the pictures around a little bit and you can kind of follow along the railroad bridge that's right there at the middle of the map, you'll see that we're actually playing right next to Rotterdam itself. So the new Devastation map is literally right next to Rotterdam. Is essentially another urban map, but a completely different playing field. So that to me made me really excited because I really loved the urban maps. I loved IMEMs in Battlefield 1, and I wanted to have, you know, a good amount of urban gameplay when it came to the launch of Battlefield 5, but I didn't want to have the same playing field, if you guys get what I'm saying. I didn't want to play in the exact same capture zones. Even if you were going to change the map up by a drastic way, I felt like that still wasn't enough to justify it for a second map. I felt like you'd have to have a completely different playing field and have a significant difference, and I think this is it right here. We have a massive building that we can play right on the center of C-Flag. It almost feels like a better version of Devastation, where there's actually a building in the center of it that, you know, can have enough players in it to be a big significance on the battlefield. But it isn't only a 3 captured flag map. This has 5 capture points on it, with the emphasis of obviously C-Flag in the middle there. And I think that's really, really cool, and it's already gotten me really, really hyped to see more and experience more on this new Devastation map. If you continue to look closely at it, you'll notice that there isn't anything on the playing field that's overlapping the Rotterdam map. Again, it's literally right next to each other. I think if you see where A flag is on Devastation and you see A flag where it is on Rotterdam, the A flag on Devastation is moved up just a little bit more, just out of the reach off of where you would have been playing A flag on Rotterdam. So it's just about to touch it there, but it moves up just enough where it is completely on a different playing field, as again that A flag for Devastation is much closer to the cathedral than you see it on the A flag for Rotterdam. So I think that again is really cool stuff. I have noticed already on the map it doesn't seem to have any water in it at all, so I know that might have been kind of a hit or miss for some players in the battlefield if they like the water aspect on Rotterdam or not. But when it comes to Devastation, it doesn't seem like there's any water gameplay in it, so you don't have to be concerned about having to, try to climb out of water, or if you get stuck in the water and you can't pull out your primary weapon. You won't have issues like that on this map. What I am noticing though is it doesn't seem like we're able to play on the railroad, which I think is the only kind of downer I'm seeing right now when it comes to this new map. Mainly because I think the railroad gameplay on Rotterdam is really fun. Actually, I think it really is going to make that just a really awesome map. Just how the railroad plays a key pivotal part to the map itself. So it's a little bit unfortunate that we're not seeing that on this. From what I'm looking at, does it seem like you're able to actually climb up onto the railroad? It seems like the railroad is broken down. It's too steep to actually make it on top. But for the most part, besides that, everything else on the map looks really cool. I really like that massive cathedral at the very center and heart of it, and just kind of having just another urban environment that's, even though right next to the Rotterdam map, isn't the exact Rotterdam map. And that makes me happy, and something I kind of wanted to point out for you guys, because that was a big question I was having, was, is Devastation literally the exact same map as Rotterdam, but just the destroyed version of it? Or are we dealing with a different map itself? And essentially we are dealing with two different maps. We're going to get two urban maps at launch of Battlefield 5 already. So that really makes me really excited, and something again I wanted to point out for you guys in this video. If there's anything other things that you guys notice or find pretty interesting about this new map, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But that is it for you guys today. Again, always appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin', and I'll catch you guys again later.